Hello, students. This is the lecture number 2 of our first chapter, Introduction to the Design. And now we will discuss the design procedure. Previously, we have discussed the design consideration. Now we'll be discussing the design procedure. What is the design procedure? How to design a product? Both are the similar things. So basically, these are a few steps that we need to follow while designing a product component, so that we can design it effectively as per the customer's need. So first of all, we need to identify the need. We need to have a purpose. We should know why we are designing a product. There should be a certain need that should be involved in order to design a particular product. It may have, like, customer may require to have a higher mileage, or they may require to have a higher strength, or they may have the requirement of having the higher power of a vehicle. So it is based on the nature of the industry, if it is the automobile industry, or whether it is a mechanical industry, what kind of the need the customer is having, and for different kind of a product, and the need is different. So first we need to analyze the uh, need of that particular type of product. And how can we know what is the need of the customer? This is based on the various surveys, various data collection methods. We get to know what is the need of the customer. So first step is the primary, or the most important, you can say the step is to have the need of the customer. So once we know the need of the customer, then we can move on further. Now we can basically draw a simple, you can say that we know that what is the need. We can say that we can analyze the problem. uh, what was the previous thing, or what was the previous product, and what needs to be improved, or if it is completely new, what is the customer requiring. So we need to analysis the problem. There may be certain forces involving a particular type of a problem. Like I said, if a customer requires higher mileage, then what you can do, you can analyze the problem. Why that particular vehicle does not provide that particular kind of a mileage. We can analysis, like, we can say that whether we need to change the engine design, whether we need to make it lighter, because lighter vehicle, we need to lighter the load of the vehicle, so that we can improve the fuel efficiency. Or if it is about power, so we need to actually focus on the problem, and based on that, the complete analysis should be done. Or suppose, let us have an example. Suppose the air conditioning system of a vehicle is not working properly, and customer may have the problem about that particular vehicle. So this is the need of the customer. So we will check on various factors, whether the compressor is okay, whether the air conditioning components are okay, whether refrigerant is okay, or whether there is any leakage in the air conditioning system. What kind of so based on that, we can have we can form and formulate, you can say that, the solution. So once the problem is analysis, you have analysis the problem, analyze the problem, you can form a particular type of a solution. And once you have analyzed the problem, and you are ready for the solution, and you have given the solution, because once you have analyzed the problem, then you may be able to give the solution. So based on that, moving on to further preparation of model, we are able to prepare a particular type of model. You can say a dummy model, that these kind of forces are acting on that, or you can say that a particular model. Nowadays, in the previous time, there used to be the preparation of model, physical models were there, but now those are obsolete things. Now we do that on various softwares like CATIA, ProE, Hypermesh. There are various software available that do the analysis and also the testing as well. So we basically prepare a model so that we can do the testing on that. Now moving on to the next step, that is the evaluation or testing of the model. Now under the real circumstances or the real condition, we need to test a particular type of a model. Say again, let us take that example, the mileage. Now the mileage may be decreased due to many reasons. Customer is driving roughly, we are driving the vehicle in a hilly area or in a rough area where the road conditions are not that good, and sometimes the road conditions are good, still we are not getting the mileage. Now we will be testing each of the circumstances in the real situation, and we will see what is the difference, the previous vehicle and now our once we have done the changes, so we can check it on the software. We will have a complete idea that where are the variations are. So once this has been done, if designer thinks, and if the whole design team thinks that the model is okay and it is ready to be ready for the production, then we will move to the we will skip the step modification. We will just communicate the design. Sorry, but if we think there are some changes required, there are still some changes required. So we will move on to the step number. This is modification. So that now in the modification, we next we just move to the step number 2, that is the analysis of problem. Again, we will be doing the analysis about the model that we have prepared. What were the failures? What was the reason which caused it to be failed? So we will be analyzing it once again, and once it is done, then we will go on as per our design procedure, and we will do these things until we get the desired result. And when we our design team says, or once we are satisfied with our requirement, then we will move on to the communication of design. We will be communicating the design to the various departments, whether it is the procurement department, quality department, or whether it is the production department. And that means we will be preparing the drawings of that particular type of product and all that. And once it has been done, then we'll be moving to the next step, that is the production. Now, once the design is on the floor, we have the drawing, then you can start the production. So this is it. So we'll be doing the next lecture number 3, on the topic of classification of design. Thank you.